Hello, sunshine. Welcome to my channel. I am Angie. Hope you guys had a wonderful week, wonderful weekend as well. We got the weekend coming already. So it is Thursday, March 26th. So we are about to say goodbye to March and hello to April. Time's flying, days are flying, and warmer weather is finally arriving. So, and I hope you guys are getting there. So, like, unfortunately, today being Thursday the 26th, we are in for pretty strong storm, so we got cold front blowing through, so we're under a tornado watch until 11 o'clock tonight. So it's pretty common to get that around here, especially being in the Midwest Ohio. So, but other than that, we should be fine, hopefully. So, I mean, the power's been on, I'm happy and stuff, so, but I'm doing good. So, having said that, I was gonna do some challenge video and stuff, but everything kept getting screwed up on my end. Trying to do it, forgetting to start the timer, forgetting to stop the timer, and trying to get things done, and trying to make it. So I decided to not do it for this video. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you some of the stuff that I have made for the whole entire week. And part of it was part of the challenge, but the other two is not. So I want to show off a little bit of the pattern that I got to test for two people. I got to be picked. First, the Snuggle Beans Crochet. You have seen many of my videos of all the Snuggle Beans patterns that I have made in time. And as you see behind me on the very top shelf in the cube, those are all Snuggle Beans patterns that I have made, including that white and blue dragon that's up here, that's my biggest one. She picked me and of course several others to test one of her newest patterns that she's releasing next week. And it is the cutest possum. Oh my gosh, this thing is absolutely adorable. Was so thrilled when I saw her message in the chat group on Instagram that, hey, I'm not sure if you replied or not, but you're stuck here with me. However, she put it and she picked me, and I was like the happiest person to be part of it because I absolutely love her pattern. So I will link her Etsy and Instagram channel down below. And I think her possum pattern getting released April 1st. I'll double check the date and I'll put it in there, but it's getting released next week sometime by the time you see this video. And she just released the raccoon one, which I did purchase. Lumpy Bunny, I think she's getting ready to release. And she's coming out with two more. So I'm hoping to test another pattern for her because I absolutely love working with her pattern. So that's the one. The other pattern, I'm going to pull it up on her Instagram channel. Bear with me. I'm going to get her channel name. It's Crafty, the Crafty Jersey. I also got picked for that. It is the Fancy Turtle pattern, which I love turtles. I think they're like popular among everybody to make. They're easy to work with. You can do so much with the shells and that. So it comes with 6 different versions of shells. And when I applied, I didn't care which of the 6 that I got to do because I love them all. So I let her pick, and she picked Daisy for me. So I went ahead and did the Daisy, and it's one easy pattern, and I believe it's getting released on April 7th, maybe-ish. So everything on the testing now is due April 6th. I've already completed it. I like to do a couple more of her other ones that also came in that bundle. And it was really nice to get picked with this pattern as well. And it's exciting to get to test out patterns for other pattern makers because it's a lot of fun to communicate with people in the Instagram chat with different people who follow each other, help each other out, help the pattern maker do a little mistake or correction, question, and everything, and it allows them to change it and modify it, fix it to all of the textures input and stuff like that. And it's also nice for those that get picked to test it out to be part of it, to also do it, because there are so many variants of styles you could do it, stitching methods and everything, because everybody's different. Not all pattern makers and crocheters are the same. So we could crochet the same stitching, same way, but the way we do the stitching might be different than theirs. Also, you get new techniques of stitching that been out there that you've never learned how to do and stuff like that. And that's what I like about it. And it's a lot of fun. So it was so nice to get picked with those two within a couple of days of each other. And I am honored to do it. Both of you could do Crafty Dozy. She also has a YouTube channel. I will link her channel name for Instagram and YouTube is the same. And her Etsy channel. So I will go ahead and give you that. I'm so excited to see it get released. And I really had a lot of fun and I can't wait to make more. So that's the two things that I wanted to share first, because that's like exciting, you know. And thank you both so much for allowing me to test both of these patterns, because I'm thrilled and head over the moon with it, and I can't wait for your release day. So bear with me as I'm checking the windows. I'm keeping an eye on the storm, even though it's not supposed to hit, but it can move pretty quick. So I also want to show you a couple of things that I made, and I will also link the pattern store where I got the pattern for down below as well. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the stuff. So of course I'm going to show you the first one that I got the picture pattern test. And look how adorable this guy is. He is absolutely precious. One of the easiest patterns to make. This is from Snuggle Beans. It's another fluting. I mean, as I said, I used the longer body version instead of the short because I wanted to. Because they're known to have like a little bit of a long body. And I love the way these feet look. There's a little thumb. And then 4 little fingers. Aren't they cute? I used the bigger size nose for him. And I used a 30mm eye. This is really pretty, like frosty blue. I think it's really perfect for this guy. And of course, I should have done another line to make the lashes look so chic. I might add another line to that. And that's the same for the feet. You got little toes. And then your tail, you can hold them upside down if you want. Aren't they adorable? Make sure you go over to her Instagram channel and tell her how beautiful her patterns are, because I can't get enough of it. So before I got picked to do this pattern, I was working on one of her newest patterns that was released last month, I think. It might have been end of April. Oh, yeah, April. End of February, maybe, beginning of March. And it's called Haley the Horse, with 4 different types of modifications for it. And I've been wanting to make one, so I decided to go ahead and make it. I'm going to show you her horse. The horse pattern I used was the Palomino. I decided to do it in gray, white, and black because I had the fur here, fox fur yarn sitting there, and I wanted to use the color that would match with that. And look how adorable this thing is. And there's the tail. I put a little bit of extra on the head just to give it a cute little bit of a vibe. And it, like I said, it's one of the easiest patterns to work with. The only thing that's the same in all the patterns is the body. The only thing that would be different, and the legs should be the same too, but there might be a little bit of modification changes in the face and the ears. I love it. And look how beautiful this coup is. And I hope anyone who wants to buy one of these will adore it as much as I did, because they are precious. And there's the fur. And I tried to crochet the fur by itself. These ones, no. Loops and Threads from Michael do have this fur, but it's a lot different than this one I got from Hobby Lobby. It's more fluffy, like round like a yarn. I almost bought it today, but I decided to wait for now because I'm focusing what to make for the market that's coming up in just a little over 18 days. So, yeah. But yeah, this will be also going to the market too because we live out in Ohio where there are horses and stuff, and I just can't get over how beautiful this guy is. He's just beautiful. So this is the Palomino. He also has the Arabian, the fire, which is like the fire color, but the hoops has little flames that you can add on there, and I forget what the fourth one is. But I decided to do the Palomino, and there you go. So make sure you go over to her Never Be Crochet Instagram channel and tell her how beautiful these patterns are. Because it's worth it. Trust me. So that's the two that I did. But the test one was this little opossum, which I do like. So I can't wait to test another one for her. And I'm hoping that I do. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the pattern that I got to test for Crafty Jersey. And it's the cutest turtle. This is one of the yarns that I actually love. It's called Mystical by Bernat. I actually picked up a new skein today so that way I can have it for more turtles. I love the way it looks. And this is called Spearmint. I always went with the spring green where it had more green trees, but I like this one the best right now to use for the turtle. So, and I also grabbed this one. This is really pretty. It's called Pink Quartz. Yeah, Pink Quartz. So I got 4 mysticals that I can play with. But the green one went back in one that I bought. So she picked me to do the daisy. And look at the shell. Absolutely adorable. Everything is no-sew. That's what I love about it. That you crochet the head, the feet in, and you do the bobble stitch for the tail, which is so nice. So you do the feet, the fins first, and then you pinch them together to crochet them closed. You could stuff it if you want, but I didn't, because it's thick enough to keep it the way it is. And then you crochet the head, and you fold it at the end, and crochet it in, and you stuff that. I used the 18mm eyes. I picked a gold color, so that way it goes nice with the daisy. And then you start with the yellow of the shell, and then you back loop it, and you do the front loop for the white petal, and over there it does triple crochet and single crochet, and then you just keep going, and that's what creates the petal. And then you get your body color, and you do it in the back loop, and then you do your body. You crochet the first row, and that's when you crochet the feet, the fin, and the head in, and then you do your bobble stitch on the same row. And you keep going until you have to close it and stuff it real good. And then you take the leftover string from the head or the body, or you can use a little piece there, and you feed it through the back of the head so that way the head can stay up and it's not loose, flopping all over the place, and it's top heavy. And then there's the pattern. So it comes with 6 different versions. Let me pull it up. I know there's a daisy, a sunflower, a regular shell, which I did. Let me pull it up on campfire. What the heck? Oh, here it is. I found it. It's a 6-in-1 bundle. Strawberry, blueberry, sunflower, daisy, checkered, and solid color. I absolutely love it. And I really have fun making this little guy, so he is just adorable. I love turtles. I think they are fun to make. It's absolutely cute. I probably sell him for $15. So I decided to make a second one because I had some purple blossom yarn left, and I wanted to kind of get that out of the way and don't have to keep it no more. And here's my second one. I used the same mystical yarn, but I used the purple eye. And then here is the solid shell. And what I like about this one, I got to learn how to do. You do a single crochet twist. You feed it through, lift it up, and then you spin the hook in, and then pull your yarn through. And that's what creates a really nice twisting effect on the shell, and I really like that. And it's the same thing. You crochet the fin in and do the bobble stitch for the tail. And that's it. I highly recommend her pattern. It's one of the fun, easy patterns to work with. I love the stuff that gets crocheted in to the body or anything because it really gives it a nice, clean look on many of these. I'm not very good with showing something on. It does it on and lays it out because it gets lopsided for me. Even if I had the correct placement and stuff for it, I still struggle with it. I still struggle showing heads on the snugglers, but, or not the snugglers, but the spluters, but I still find ways to fix it because you can easily fix that, and it's simple. So, yeah, he lost that. So the head is the same way. You crochet everything in except for the head. You sew the head on. So, yeah. Those were the two patterns that I got to test. Thank you both so much for letting me test these because I had over the moon with those two, and especially Shannon, who is one of my patterns that I like to work with. It's one of my favorites, and her picking me was just like, excitement for me. But there are a lot of pattern makers that I do like, and Crafty Jersey is my second one that I do like too because she did a great job with the turtles, and I look forward to getting a couple of her other patterns down the road when I can. So right now I got a lot of patterns that I'm working on that I want to kind of work with. So having said that, that's exciting. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple of patterns that was free on Instagram, and I'll find that and link it down below. So just give me time to put that down there, but I'll get it for you. So I went ahead and did that was my husband because I told him to text me if there was a storm coming close by. So I did the elephant. That was the free pattern. It looked a little funny to me because it might have been the way I did the stitching, but I really like this pattern a lot. It's also no-sewed and you surface stitch the, you crochet the ear and sew it on, which is very easy to do, which I have no problem because that's easy to line off. You do the bobble stitch with the little feet, and then of course you got your little nose, that's just the chain with the slip stitch going on. And I love the yarn I use. That's also Looped and Thread Blossom from Michael. Like I said, I was trying to use up all of the little strands that I started to use it down into a ball so that way I can make this. And I still have quite a bit of that left. And I'm probably going to maybe do another solid turtle or another elephant. There's not much left of that, so. And then I did the axolotl snuggler pattern. I had a little bit of trouble with this one for some reason, but I like to do another one because this guy came out so cheap though. It's just a little snuggler, kind of like, but I think I might do the rest of these without the safety eyes because these are perfect for little kids that would like to hold on to it. So I'm probably going to just kind of make it as a regular guy. This one I'll just sell it as is. Maybe put like a dog tag chain on it. They can chain it on their bag. Even though it's a little big, but some people like little big things. But these are cute. It's all unstuffed except for the head. And the only thing you sew on is just the fin on the head. and the tail. And once again, I also used loops and thread blossom in the blue. I think he turned out really cute though. But for some reason the head is being a little weird on me. But I can fix that. That's like a quick fix that I can do. But I think these would be perfect without the plastic eyes for kids under the age of 20. And he's cute. So I'll link the Instagram and I need to find it. Now, these little guys, oh, I got this one. This is another free pattern I got from Instagram as well. Hey, buddy. It's a turtle. I love the way he turned out. He's so cute. This could be also another dog tag chain to hook on your bag. So that's probably how I'm going to do it. I use the white loose and thread blossom. And I love the color I picked for the body, which is the almond color by Bernat. That might be him now. Hang on a second here. It's thundering, so I'm going to get off in a couple of minutes. So, but here's what he looks like. I used plain black safety eyes. And I might even do some of these without the safety eyes too. So, and then these three patterns is another one. It's a page pattern. And the name of that creator is Poggy's Plate. I'm sure you've heard of her. She's all over the place. She made little toys that's good for like your claw game that people can buy or as a keychain. I highly recommend her pattern. It is a little bit high on the price, but it is so worth it, and I agree with Kat when I asked her about it. She said it's worth it. So I bought, hold on a second. Yeah, that guy's looking pretty nasty. I'm going to get off in a minute. So my very first one was this rabbit. I forgot to put the safety eyes on it. Whoops. So, but here's the rabbit laying down. Now she recommends a 5mm hook. I went down a full size to a 4mm because I wanted to be a little bit smaller so they could be keychains. And he's absolutely adorable. I really do like the way he turned out. I'm not a fan of the whiskers, how I put the whiskers on, but like I said, I'm going to work on it. And this is the first time I'm doing her pattern. So once I do it more and more, it'll probably get better in time. And I love how the ears look on this guy. And I used the loose and thread blossom. And he's cute. And I also did the yellow for the tail and the feet. These will make great keychains. These are the Butter Buddies. That's the one I just started with. So my second one, I love this guy. The little possum. And I wanted to do that because I wanted to put it on that chat I was in the tested pattern for Shannon, and she absolutely loved it, and I actually got her hooked, and she went over and bought it. She bought the pattern so she can make them. And he is absolutely adorable. So he's setting up like this whole thing is 100% no-sew. That's what I love about it. Love about that. And then the little beaver. Oh my god. He's cute. He got a little tail. Ah. He's adorable. I'm actually making the second one. So right now I'm doing like at least 2 of each for now, so I can see if I can get them sold or whatever. I do recommend you going out and check her out because she has amazing work. She just released the ocean crittering, sea animals, so starfishes and fish and crabs and stuff. She has this one that the whole reason I really liked it. The hermit, the crab, the shell comes off and you can change it with different colors if you want. I'm like, oh my goodness, that is adorable. It's just, today was her release day, March 26th. Happy release day, Kelly. I'm really excited for your new pattern now, and I went over it and I got it. And I can't wait to work on it, so I bought a few. I will link her Etsy channel, the store down below, and of course her Instagram channel as well. She does not have YouTube, so, but I really hope you enjoyed this video. I know I'm kind of all over the place, keeping an eye on the window and stuff, but I wanted to share it with you guys and to see how like these things are because I will link these 3 free patterns from Instagram for you guys if you don't want to purchase any patterns right now. And go on Instagram, you're going to see a ton of free patterns on it. You can save it. There's like a little wheel box at the bottom right of the picture, and you click on it, it'll save it into your thing, and you can go back to it and just do it and crochet that for free. So, other than that, let me know which one is your favorite, because I don't know which one I like, but I can tell you one thing, the Shannon pattern, of course, and I do love the turtle, and I love the little crinoline, but I love them all. My favorite, though, is the Shannon Fluter, but I love Jersey Crafter's turtle as well. I think it's definitely adorable. So, let me know which one you like and everything. Aren't they cute? And a couple turtles. And then, of course, some of the free Instagram patterns. A little elephant, axolotl, little mini turtle. Those are popular. Turtles are popular everywhere. And then, of course, all of Pocky Plate, Crinoline. Aren't they cute? So, I hope you guys had a great time watching this video. Thank you for being here. Give me the thumbs up. Click on the subscribe button to help my channel grow and everything. Click on the bell if you want to get a notification. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.